Washington, D.C. is in the midst of a high-stakes showdown between local leaders and federal authorities. A battle playing out in courtrooms, on city streets, and on social media. At the heart of it, a clash over who controls the city's safety and security. But here's where it gets controversial. The federal government, under President Trump, is attempting to seize control of D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department, while the city resists with lawsuits, protests, and a fiery mayor. And this is the part most people miss. The tension isn't just political. It's deeply personal for residents navigating daily life under a rapidly shifting power dynamic. A temporary truce. Chief Pamela Smith retains command of 3,100 officers, while Trump's appointed Emergency Police Commissioner, DEA head Terry Cole, is sidelined from issuing orders for now. But the compromise feels hollow to many. Mayor Muriel Bowser, once diplomatic, has turned combative, calling Trump's actions an authoritarian push, and declaring on social media that federal policing on American soil is #un-American. Her words echo the frustration of a city feeling invaded. On the ground, the friction is palpable. Protests flared across DuPont Circle and near the White House, with citizens capturing arrests on their phones and sharing them online. One viral clip showed masked federal agents, some wearing ICE badges, brutally tackling a moped driver on 14th Street. DC police weren't involved, a spokesperson confirmed, but the fallout was immediate. White House officials claimed the arrest targeted an undocumented immigrant linked to a gang, though critics questioned the justification. Meanwhile, activist Afeni Evans became a flashpoint after being pepper-sprayed during a Metro fare dispute. Her arrest sparked protests outside the courthouse, and her eventual release to cheering crowds underscored the raw emotions at play. Numbers tell another story. Over 300 arrests have been made since the crackdown began, with 135 undocumented immigrants detained and 44 homeless encampments cleared. While federal agencies insist these actions are about safety and order, critics argue they're thinly veiled attacks on vulnerable communities, and the stakes are rising. Red states like West Virginia and South Carolina have pledged to send an additional 700 National Guard troops to D.C., joining the 800 already deployed. Though the Guard isn't yet making arrests, a White House official hinted they might soon be armed to protect federal assets and deter crime. Is this a necessary escalation or a dangerous overreach? Amid the chaos, everyday life persists. Baseball games in Nationals Park and Chuck Brown Day celebrations continue, but resistance seeps into every corner. Fans chanted "Free DC" during a spirit match, while sidewalk chalk messages filled immigrant-heavy neighborhoods like Mount Pleasant. Even the so-called sandwich guy, a former DOJ employee arrested for throwing a sub at federal agents, has become an unlikely folk hero. His story, paired with Banksy-style murals and protesters carrying baguettes as symbols of defiance, paints a surreal portrait of a city on edge. Mayor Bowser, in a late-night email to constituents, called D.C. a city in crisis, but praised residents for uniting. "If we keep sticking together, we will make it through this," she wrote. But her words raise a bigger question. Can a city without full statehood truly defend its autonomy against federal overreach? And what does this showdown say about the state of democracy in America today? We'd love to hear your take. Do you see this as a fight for local rights or a reckless power struggle? Share your thoughts below.